Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to GPAC's podcast, episode 1. We have a couple individuals here today that are going to be in most podcasts. We're also going to have special guests in some episodes, but we're
not special this time.
We're not special.
Yeah.
We have our sound man Twig.
Hello.
And we have Brant. We have Alec, and we
Hello.
have Tyler, also T Street, and then of course me, GPAC. So today we're going to be talking about the subject of paranormal, ghosts and stuff like that.
As opposed to normal ghosts.
Yeah. So before this starts, I'd like to say if you enjoy any of the content in today's podcast, I appreciate if you hit subscribe. Alright, so the definition of paranormal is denoting events or phenomenon such as telekinesis and clairvoyance that are beyond the scope of normal scientific understanding. So what do you guys stance on like spirits and ghosts and stuff like that?
It's not real. Paranormal activity is not real. The movie is, unfortunately, but
That is a good movie.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
The only
How can you make a judgment on it, man?
because look, it's something called humor, Tyler. The only horror movies I like to see are like movies that are good by themselves and only have horror as like an aspect. Anyways.
Yeah, we're going off the rails.
Welcome to
quickly
Brandt's
here.
movie review.
Paranormal activity isn't like real. It can typically be
Like spirits, spiritual.
explained. Yeah, it can be explained by like logic and science. For most of these, like, oh, you guys, I saw a very spooky ghost walking down the street. Could just be some pale guy walking down. You don't know.
I mean, I've seen some like cool videos though of like stuff that are like super like
Yeah, but
realistic
that's
and, like,
not hard to fabricate.
Yeah, but like,
Especially now.
I've read like a
nowadays.
couple books of like, you know how there's people that like, I know it's like a meme, but there's people that actually people actually like ghost hunt and stuff like that, right? And go to people's houses that they like phone them. Some of the stories are like super like,
They just have like a
if they're real, then like there's something's going on, right? Like
a ghost
gotta
phone
be-
sex operator sort of thing. Like
Dan Aykroyd.
So what's your stance, Alec, on this?
I mean, normally I wouldn't believe in some fuck you.
Our audio man.
Just
shut himself.
or the audio man Twig is laughing at me. Sorry.
I feel my brain cells being turned into ghosts right now.
They're flying
Okay, that-
away
yeah.
into the
That-
nether
that-
realm.
I don't
Alex
really believe in
speak.
ghosts, but I can't really say whether or not they do or do not exist.
But
Yeah,
you
like-
can say that about anything, though.
I mean,
I can say that about the Hindu
yeah,
gods.
you can't say that about ghosts though. Like you can't say that you don't like you can't say like you know that they're not real.
You could, yeah, but that's you could
It
say
could
about
be
any,
real.
you could say that
Most
about anything.
paranormal
Yeah.
things can be explained, but there are a few things that make
Or
me
like
question.
yeah,
it.
exactly.
That's about everything, though. You have to come
Not
with a stance.
necessarily.
You have to come with a stance. Whenever,
There's
like
some
I,
things that can't be explained.
I could say that about any sort of religion or any supernatural activity. It comes down to whether or not you believe in it or whether or not you don't, and like,
Okay,
it's pretty
well-
hard to.
I have a little thing. A survey conducted in 2006 by researchers from Australia University sought to determine what types of phenomenon people claim to have experienced and their effects these experiences have had on their lives.
Well, you just memorized that whole thing. That's crazy.
The study was conducted as an online survey with over 2,000 respondents. The results revealed that around 70% of the respondents believe they have had an unexplained paranormal event in their life, mostly in a positive way.
The truth is not a popularity contest, though.
I mean, 70% of people say that though, so like,
So.
I mean, okay. I mean, shut up.
This is a great.
I mean, because we as humans, things we don't understand, we need to allocate some explanation for them, even if that explanation is irrational. Like, if you look through history, there were things that people deemed supernatural that we now know just aren't. They're scientific explanations. And as we grow in knowledge and understanding, we start to eliminate. That's why believing in the supernatural was way more popular back in the day, where you had like witch hunts and all this stuff.
Yeah,
But-
that's true. Like,
Because
like when they couldn't explain certain things, they used like
they found whatever way they could to justify it and rationalize it, even if that meant
that's like that's human nature though, I'd say.
Yeah.
chalking it up to supernatural.
It's definitely waned in popularity since then due to the whole, science thing, which has made most of those claims sort of not as credible as they used to be. Like, for example, you would take lots of people thought the world was flat before Galileo came along and said that it wasn't, and now it's mostly believe that the world isn't flat. So
I mean,
But
that's
I mean, now you're getting into a different,
debatable.
that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about
but now you're getting into a different topic of
Um,
like scientific conceptions, you know, because like paranormal versus our understanding of the universe are two different things.
I mean, yeah, but I'm using it as an example to see how like science has sort of discredited a lot of the stuff that we. I don't want to sound like an edgy atheist, you know, sort of thing, like, but it. False, and that's why they've certainly lowered in popularity. I mean, we are in the age of skepticism still, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, I don't disagree.
All right, so by the sounds of it, nobody here has had any sort of like experience of like.
I've had one, but I think I was just being stupid.
Explain.
But please share.
So-
Please share.
I was this was a long time ago. I was about 7 years old.
Okay, that right there raises some red flags.
But that's what I'm saying. That I think it's just me being dumb. But I was laying down on my bed, right? And
Where's this going?
My pants just started unzipping.
my uncle. I was just laying down on my bed. You know, I had gone to church previously. I was a good little Christian boy back then. So I originally thought this was like
Then the priest came in.
oh, he came all right.
I mean, we didn't tone down the pedophile jokes here.
Oh, I think they like it toned down. Anyways, so
Continue.
Age
Continue.
So I originally chalked this up to like a spiritual encountering, but like I eventually thought it was just paranormal, and now I think I was just being a dumb little kid because I was laying down and I felt like a sort of burst of air sweep through my leg, and I'm like, God, if that is you, please do that again. And it happened again. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
Did you happen to be by an open window?
It's just
Yes, and that's why I think I
Wow.
was just being dumb.
It's just
I
the
also
wind.
had a
It was
fan.
the wind, you idiot.
I know.
Oh my
I know.
god.
Does anyone remember anything from when they were 7 years old?
I do.
Like
Reliably.
slight memories. Other than that, no.
What grade was that?
Like you'd be like,
2.
yeah. No,
No.
no. You
No, because
Yeah, I
it's
do.
it's your age
7 years
subtracted
or
5.
7 years old. I said
It's your age subtracted 5 is how you come up with any grade that you're in. And 7, yeah, it is.
No, I
because-
said oh no.
Oh,
no.
okay.
With
I think
age
no.
subtracted
No.
5. That means
Yeah.
we were in grade 12. Our age subtracted by 5? What are you saying?
Well, I'm saying
I'm
7
confused.
minus 5 is 2. We were in grade 2. I
Are
know
you
this
sure?
because I have a sister who's 5 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
And she's in grade. No, she's 12 right now. Well, she's
Okay,
turning 12
fair
this
enough.
year. So I am in grade 12.
Okay,
so
I'll-
we would have been grade 2 back then. I do remember some things from grade 2.
Yeah, I
remember
do
some
too.
things from
That's
on
grade
the
1.
on the topic of like paranormal, because I feel like this is not gonna like come up again, because this is like kind of a good like area to talk about this. How about like UFOs or like stuff like that?
Oh, they totally exist.
You
But,
think
like, well,
UFOs?
Because here's the thing, there are universe.
I mean, UFOs
is-
can be defined as a lot of things though, like
Our universe-
identified flying objects.
Yeah, let's just
Do
go
you
with
mean
aliens.
flying
though.
saucers or like? Because a UFO is anything in the air that you
Like
don't
unidentified.
recognize.
Can we
Yeah.
just talk about
Like-
like aliens?
Just because
Is-
something
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
identified.
Yeah, like aliens.
Yeah,
Well,
aliens.
Here's the thing:
Aliens-
our universe is so expansive and so
Exactly.
infinite that there must be another
Other life.
another
Exactly.
planet
That's
that
my
has like
stance.
that
Yeah.
that has come up with the same biological
There's got-
evolution that we have.
Yeah, there's gotta be an Earth somewhere because like
I highly doubt that there's anywhere like as intelligent as our life though, because
who
like,
knows though.
no, because think about it, we're the only species of this planet to actually come up with such technology.
Yeah, but who's to say that there's not another planet?
I know, so I'm
another
saying I
universe?
doubt it. I doubt that
Right.
there is. There
I-
could be, but
I feel like there is.
I highly doubt that there's another life form that's at the same level of intelligence
It's
as
gotta
us.
either
'Cause
higher or
either,
lower.
well, if they were higher, I feel like they would have found us already.
well, they could be
Depends
so
how,
far away.
depends how
that it
much
doesn't matter.
higher.
But like
Yeah.
within the next few hundred years, we're going to be able to expand so much farther out into space. Like,
If we live that long.
Yeah.
yeah, if we don't.
But like, I just feel like what kind of technology will we be able to like come up with that's gonna like be able to get us to?
Technology is
advances in
crazy.
space travel.
Can I just say technology is crazy? Do you know? I read this somewhere that by 2040, apparently we're all going to be so like it is possible for us to be invincible due to our bodies being
That's a little
our bodies being
optimistic.
completely replaced with
That's a little.
with like robots and stuff. No, 'cause
Okay.
technology
You hear this
do-
now? We're gonna
Technology
be
doubles
invincible
every
in
6
2040.
months. Technology doubles every 6 months. So by 2040, it's going to be a long.
You say technology doubles every 6 months.
Like technology, as in like graphics cards
No,
and stuff like that. Yes,
no,
it does.
no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Bruh.
does.
I don't.
Bra moment.
Like not the general.
The iPhone
technology.
I get next year will not be double the power of the one I
I'm
have
saying,
now.
I'm saying things like processors, CPUs, stuff like that doubles in.
Not every 6 months.
Yeah, mostly every 6 months. Yes, it does.
Whatever
And
you
the
have
reason
to
you don't
back this
see
up.
the reason you don't see it as a huge leap is because of diminishing returns, right? Because like let's say you have 3 pixels, right? 3 pixels on a screen. If you double that, 6 pixels, that's going to be a huge noticeable difference. But if you have 30,000 pixels.
Can I
and you
ask
make
what
it
the
60,000
release? What was the
pixels.
release date between the NES and the SNES from 8 to 16? Not
NES
6 months. I can tell
NES
you
came out
that.
in 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
6
that was
months.
also 30 years ago. I realize.
Yeah, but
And I'm not saying graphics card wise. I said that before. That was just like in the heat of the moment. I'm saying like processors wise.
Okay.
Which is why you see so many graphics cards come out even like further and further and further. My point is that technology
okay, it's advanced.
is advancing
Yeah.
very rapidly. Like by 2020, there's going to be so many jobs replaced by AI. Which personally, I
You
believe,
mean next year?
yeah, by 2020, because like truck driving is going to be like completely replaced with AI because
Next year.
Not next year.
there's already self-driving cars have
Yeah,
already
I know,
been.
but like next
In the
year.
future, not next year.
Within
I-
the next
I
5
meant to
years,
say
the next
but
5,
not
10
next
years.
I meant
Yeah.
to say the 2020s for the record.
Okay,
Not
sorry.
2020.
Fair enough.
You stated 2020.
Not next year.
It's so
though.
it's so close. It's weird to think that 2020 is so close.
I
feel-
You know what I mean?
Okay. Hold
Because
on,
like
though.
we're all 2010 kids, right? The tens,
Yeah.
tenors,
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Gen tenors.
Sorry. Studies have established that the majority of UFO observations are misidentified conventionally objects or natural phenomenon. Most commonly, aircraft, balloons, or clouds.
I feel like that's
Who the
so,
hell looks at that cloud?
Well,
and
again,
says,
it's that thing. If we don't understand
"That's a couple
something,
aliens up there."
yeah, we need to rationalize it. So if you see something weird in the sky that you don't know what it is, you're
Yeah,
just gonna chalk it up
that's
to
back
it
to
being an
that,
alien.
man. Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot of the. I know this is gonna sound very tinfoil-esque, but I feel like that's a lot of cover-up sort of stuff, like the Roswell thing.
The
It's very hard to
Roswell.
say that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it was a weather balloon. Like, no way was that just a weather balloon.
I believe in that. I believe in like aliens and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm. People know me as that kid with the conspiracy theories. And
Yeah.
we'll get to that
Okay,
eventually.
there's
but-
literally UFOlogy. UFOlogy is a
U-
neologism describing the collective efforts for those who study UFO reports. Who the hell is the? Oh my
That
God.
sounds almost as lucrative as gender studies.
UFOlogy, like it's being taught in universities.
Yeah.
Where?
Roswell
I'll
University.
look it up. Hold on. Yeah, Roswell.
Area
Um,
51.
Is it being taught in universities though? Oh no, it's not.
Check your facts here, G-Pad.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway.
No, it's just like
man.
it's just like a group of like people
Yeah,
who are
no,
like,
it-
interested in it, I guess. Sorry, but still, that's kind of cringy. But
I mean, it's to be expected that a group of people.
Yeah.
Like, you could find a group of people for anything.
Yeah. For example, there's some people who think that the Twin Towers never existed. Not that it was an
This-
inside job. They were just
this is we're gonna talk about 9/11.
The Twin Towers, man.
Don't get
It was
started.
all a cover up.
Don't
They
get
never
started
existed.
on 9/11. We'll talk about that in another. No, we will. We will though. But what was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, back to driving cars. I have like interesting thing to talk about that though.
I feel. I was talking about this. So I went to
where
Edmonton
were we
recently,
debating
right?
this?
I had a lot of time just talking to my dad as we were driving through from the different airports. 'Cause we had like 7-hour drives because we had to go
Right.
from Smith Falls to like Hamilton, and we started talking about AI and stuff like that, right? And I really think that there's going to be a civil war about it, like in the next 10 years or so, because so many jobs are going to be replaced. All transportation jobs could easily be replaced. All fast food working.
Factories.
Yeah, factories, stuff like that. People are going to be put out of jobs. Millions and millions of people are going to be put out of
Yeah,
jobs in the
that's
U.S.
fair.
And I really do feel like there's going to be a civil war about it in the next 10 years, especially with rising tensions.
I
I
understand.
don't know
your
about
point.
civil war, but definitely there's going to be a lot of backlash.
uprising.
There's going to be like protests and
Yeah.
I wouldn't say full scale civil war, but
Yeah.
a serious violent
Whatever the
backlash.
economy is fucked with on a massive scale, like millions and millions of people are losing their jobs, which is what happened with the First American Civil War. That so many, by the risk of slavery being put out, a lot of the South would have lost a ton of money because of the cotton plantations.
They also would have lost their black people.
Yeah, they would have been so what's the word, bankrupt by slavery not happening, that they decided that they would rather fight about it. And that's what's going to happen here. You're going to see a huge divide between the rich people abusing these AI systems to get rid of all of their menial workers, and the menial workers who have been put out of jobs and are on the street homeless. And I feel like there's going to be a basic income system, like people are going to be paid via tax dollars to, like, just basically sort of robot communism in a way, where the robots do all the work and taxes go to each individual to spend on money, is what I feel like is going to happen.
Yeah, because like there's this weird balancing point in the middle where it's before we can get them so automated that they can run our world for us, but we still need to like pay for ourselves and take care of ourselves. But then yeah, you're right, like all the jobs are going away and rich are just going to get richer because they can afford these things and they can do things more efficiently, and then they just get more money, and then people who are working regular jobs don't have jobs anymore. And
Who was it yesterday that mentioned, like, that was faked though, right, Twig? About like
Yeah, that was you.
that was Zach, wasn't it?
Oh no, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
About like
The AI
Killing-
killing Japanese scientists or
I
something like
really
that.
think that's
That's
there's
gonna
no way.
that's gonna happen though.
I doubt.
I do believe that
'cause
will
there's
happen,
always-
yeah.
That's gonna happen.
There's always
will
going to
happen
be
eventually.
human
It was fake.
overseers. There's always going to be human overseers of all these machines.
But the robots are gonna get way too smart.
I know,
There
but
will be an incident where an AI or some mechanical thing goes rogue and kills people.
Yeah.
It may not go full Terminator,
Yeah.
but it will happen.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
it may just
I agree with that.
it may kill some people and then get the plug pulled, but it will happen.
That's true, but I don't think it's going to be Matrix-esque, where it's going to be like
No,
a
no,
full-
he's
No,
not
that's
saying
what
that.
he's saying. He's
That's
saying
what
there's
I
going
said.
to be
It's
an
not going to go
incident.
full Terminator. It's not like that's the start of the robot uprising. It's just it's bound to happen. Like,
Yeah,
chances
no.
are it's bound to happen.
I agree. I the problem is nobody in politics is talking about it. They're much more concerned with privilege or race or whatever, or climate change or
Well,
whatever.
to be fair, most people in politics are well beyond understanding technology.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
But what I'm saying is, like, this is a huge thing. The only person I've ever heard talk about is Tucker Carlson, who's like the
I have no
Fox.
idea who that
He's a
is.
Fox
Elon
News guy.
Musk.
Yeah, but Elon Musk isn't in politics.
No.
I wish he was. I would vote for him.
Next meme.
That's gonna ruin the audio.
Yeah. I don't care how good that mic is.
I really wish Elon Musk would run. I would totally.
I wish Elon Musk would host meme reviews.
He
so I
can't.
want-
He can't though.
Why?
No,
Yeah, he's
he
South
can't run for.
African.
He can't run for president, but he can run for local offices like Arnold Schwarzenegger did.
Yeah.
he could be state.
Why
governor.
are you comparing Elon Musk and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Because they're both foreign. They're both.
Yeah.
They both weren't born in America, so they can't run for president.
Wasn't that like a thing about Obama that he was born like?
Yeah, there was.
Was
It
he?
was fake though.
Oh,
he has
okay.
African heritage, so
Right, so
they
he's-
were
No.
saying. I'm pretty sure he's actually half African. Like his dad
No.
was from Africa.
His
Really?
mom got blacked.
I know.
What?
I know what he means though. Like,
So,
that was actually like,
People were exploiting that to try and say he
He's
wasn't
not from-
born in America.
Yeah, well, and Ted Cruz wasn't born in America, like straight up, but he does have he was basically brought all of his life up in America, so it's sort of like a weird sort of, can he run? Can he not run? He didn't win, but
No.
if he did, which it
There-
looks
there
like he
would've
was
been a
going
lot
to,
Like,
but
honestly, you should just have to have citizenship for X number of years, or like live there.
I totally agree.
Anyway,
Alright,
that's a different
anyway,
topic.
Back to
Where were we?
self-driving cars though. What do you think of it? Like, I feel like what's gonna happen if like the technology in the car like goes wrong and like
Well,
accidentally,
that's already happened.
I know accidentally causes a crash.
Because there
who
was
do you fault? Do you fault the driver? Or do you fault the car?
Why
Who
would
do
you
you
fault
s-
the driver? in
Who do
that,
you
though?
sue?
You
though?
fault the creator
Do you
of the
sue
car.
yeah.
Yeah. The thing
Where
is,
are we talking about?
Okay,
that?
that's
Yeah.
already happened because there was Uber cars, like taxis,
Right.
self-driving, and the problem was, even though it wasn't technically the car's fault, it's identified to, locate things that are coming at it from the front, right? But it can't do that from the side, because obviously it's going to pass signs and stuff. But someone jumped in from the side and got hit, and it, determined it as not a threat, because you can't determine everything coming at you from the side as a threat, because, like I said, there's signs, and everything on the side of the road is going to trigger it. So it's not. It can't sense things coming from the sides.
And also, right now you can hack into cars and basically like hack into the mechanics of the steering wheel and make it so but you're untraceable, and you can pretty much assassinate anyone you want via it, and they can never trace it back to you. If there's AI cars, people aren't going to be even thinking about driving. They're just going to be on their phone or something. So
Yeah.
assassinations could easily happen, and it can never be traced back to you.
I feel like
I mean,
they take
I think
more.
that's the least of the worries, assassinations. But
Yeah, I feel like they take more cautionary measures with important people
Yeah.
that they're trying to transport.
yeah.
Like just even if it comes to having a physical driver.
And I don't really
Like,
want the world to be like run by technology. That's
I've
scary.
heard lots of stories though of like I've read lots of stories, but like GPS like sending people like into rivers and stuff. Like have you
Yeah.
heard about the guy in like New York that went down like the subway steps in his car?
Man, how
Because
dumb
the
do you have
GPS
to be
like
to do that? That's not
GPS
even
like
the,
turned him
That's an
down or
episode of
something.
The Office.
that's not
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
that's a Darwin Awards right
But, like,
there. Like that's not
gonna,
even
that's gonna happen though, because
that's not the GPS
aren't the
fault.
aren't the self-driving cars running off of GPS, right? So
The
like,
problem is with GPS is that they're not updated regularly.
Yeah.
For like especially older models. With
Yeah.
AI, they'd be updated on that.
even still, it's gonna
Yeah.
happen where it's gonna like
It's gonna happen, but it's
fuck
not gonna be
somebody
like
over, but-
the big problem. The bigger problem is just automation in general. It's gonna put so many people out of jobs. Taxi drivers, pilots, truck drivers. Truck drivers
Yeah.
is a huge one.
Yeah.
Well, with self-driving cars, like within the next 5 years, all cars are going to be completely automated, or majority of them, and so most services are going to be useless. Like with Uber, instead of ordering a car and having some guy come pick you up and then drive the thing, you just order a car. It drives you to its location, then drives off,
Drops
picks
you
the
off.
next person, and
Right.
it keeps going and
Mhm.
going. So you only need. a
I
certain
just
number
want
of
to say,
cars.
on the topic of that, how long do you think it's going to be before we create a new form of transportation? Like, what do you think that's going to be?
I don't know. I can't even.
it's hard to
fathom.
think about that because like there's nothing
Like, everyone jumps to teleportation, but I feel like that's way down
That's
the
not
road.
gonna happen.
I think flying
That's
cars is
impossible.
the next big thing because there's already been
Teleportation.
blueprints of flying cars.
flying cars have already existed.
I know,
There's
but I
already
mean
been
like
flying
I mean
cars,
for
but-
commercial use.
Commercial, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you take like anything fast enough off the cliff, it flies.
because the thing is with
Alex-
Falling with
Alex,
style.
the thing is
Yeah.
with flying cars is that traffic jams and all that stuff is going to be somewhat a thing of the past because you could just go under them. or
Air
over them.
traffic jams.
Yeah,
like-
that's going to be so much like have such a higher. What's the word I'm thinking of? Like it's going to be a lot
For
harder to
space?
get.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because basically what you're doing is right now we have one road. It's like on a
Small-
2D
yeah.
plane. We're adding like 15, 20 roads because we can just stack them.
Exactly. And with overpopulation, it's going to be easier and easier, especially with people thinking about flying to Mars and colonizing that. Can we talk
Yeah.
about the speaking of Mars?
Yeah, go
Actually,
about that.
the rover, the Opportunity rover, it made
Rest
me
in peace.
it made me actually feel sad.
It
I don't
is,
know
yeah.
why.
Yeah.
It is
what
an
did
AI.
what did it say again? It was like
My battery's getting low and it's so dark.
Yeah.
Like that's who programmed that? I really think
Wasn't that only supposed to like last for like
Yeah.
Yeah, it
like
only lasted
a year or
it was-
something, and it was
it
up
was
there
supposed
for
to
like
last for 90 days, but it lasted for 15 years.
yeah.
I think the first city on Mars should be named Opportunity after the rover.
Yeah, I saw that post too.
Yeah, like I really do think that'd be a nice send off.
Yeah, it would.
That's such a
Must
good.
fill.
I mean, we might be able to find it,
That's
honestly.
That's a good. Yeah, you would, but
What do you mean?
Could.
Well, like, because it's not destroyed, right? It's just
yeah,
cut
it's
off.
dead.
Dead.
It's dead.
No, but like it's destroyed or the
No,
communication
it's
got
not
cut
dead.
off.
It's
It's
just
just like-
battery dead.
it's
Yeah,
still,
exactly.
It's still there.
It's
So-
sitting there.
If we
Something
get there
smashed
within the
or
next
anything.
couple decades, we can probably still find it.
I know, but it's
I don't know,
more of like
stuff-
the
how
stuff,
fast-
stuff survives on like the moon for like isn't the flag still there from the?
it turned into the French
Well-
flag because it's completely white now. So.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a
Well,
good meme.
I know it's like another topic. Like you want to talk about the moon landing and how it's fake.
Oh,
But,
after,
like-
after I'm not getting.
No, not now. I said
Let's not get into that right
another, in another podcast. But like, like if the stuff is up there, they say that it's still there. Like the footprints and stuff. Stuff lasts on like
Yeah, but Mars is different. Mars has an
Right.
atmosphere.
the moon.
Yeah,
It doesn't
well-
have an atmosphere, but it has
The moon-
weather.
Mars
and
is an
It has
stuff.
sand. Is
Yeah,
the
it
big
has
thing.
the moon
so
is
there's the
like
giant sandstorm, which is what killed Opportunity.
stuff will last on
So-
the moon forever. They say.
Yeah, but Mars is a
For-
lot different than the
for
moon.
long.
Well,
yeah,
like
but with the
millions of
moon,
years.
we could never colonize it, or it'd be very hard to because of the fact that it
there's
has
no.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Oh.
think there's an atmosphere
No,
on
good.
Mars either.
Didn't you just say there was an atmosphere on Mars?
Yeah, you
I did, and then I corrected myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wait, Tyler, you're the science guy here. Is
Am
there-
I?
Bill Ty, the
G-Pack,
science
Alec,
guy.
me.
Bill.
I'm
like, what do you?
I'm the
Is there an atmosphere on Mars?
I'm pretty sure
I
there
think
isn't.
there's some
I'll look
kind of
it up
atmosphere.
straight
There
Yeah.
might be a small atmosphere,
I'll look
but
it
I'm
up.
pretty
I
sure
think there
the
is.
whole reason, like, because when you see pictures of like Mars future societies, it's always like dome living, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the whole dome living is because
Well, okay.
Well, there's
no-
no oxygen.
Yeah.
Obviously.
They don't
No,
have a
yes, but
breathable
also
atmosphere.
there's no atmosphere or very little, so the solar radiation really affects us a lot
Yeah.
deeply. Like,
But I think it must have
The
something.
atmosphere of the planet Mars is composed mostly of carbon dioxide.
Yeah. So
Would you be able to, like, hypothetically, make a
Oxygen's-
filter that would
Oxygen?
like make carbon dioxide into oxygen, like for
Oxygen
people? Would you be able to do that?
0.13%.
yes, I'm pretty
So-
sure they have. The scientists are working
Yeah.
on
You
technology
wouldn't be able
for
to live
Earth.
there
Like,
without any sort of
I
like-
think before we can do that efficiently, we'll do the dome thing.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So like that's a good question though. Like would like a debate.
That would
like
be-
would
that-
you guys like move to Mars? If
Yes.
like would you? Would
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
Mm.
no, actually,
You
no,
have
I
a
wouldn't
chance?
because there's so many more opportunities for jobs in Earth, or for my kind of thing, which is like art and stuff like that. Because you need like there's certain cities that are dedicated to music and stuff.
I mean, if the world was like gonna like fuck up though, like would you?
I would.
Oh yeah, I would take.
Oh yeah, obviously.
if I had
but
the
I'm saying
opportunity right now, I would go live on Mars. Like, it's so freaking cool living on another planet. Like,
Yeah, but you'd have, it'd be like living on a beach. Like, it'd be cool for the first couple years, then you'd be like, oh, it's the same thing over and over and over again, right? You wouldn't be able to move out of your little dome city.
But the thing is, like, if you go over there, you're going to be extremely valuable to that civilization. Because
Yeah.
they're only going to send the people they want there.
Yeah, and then they're gonna
Which
make you
is
do
why I ain't
labor,
going.
and I'm not about that.
About labor?
Yeah.
What are you going to do then, Brian?
There's
I'm
guys-
gonna be a music teacher.
They're gonna send the important people first.
Yeah.
Like the
Like, yeah,
president.
they're going to send
the-
scientists.
they're gonna
and-
send fucking smart people. They're gonna send
Kurt
Elon
Connors.
Musk and like.
Alec, you can go then.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
And PewDiePie and Dave Giroux.
me
Yeah,
and
Dave-
Dave Campbell
no, Dave
run the
gets-
city.
Everyone is here.
Then he
Lo-
gets up
and
before
Logger,
Alec does.
Logger John and
Can we get
We're
Logan
logging on
this
Mars.
podcast?
I mean
Oh,
probably.
God.
Can we get Andy on this podcast?
Probably actually.
That would be great.
That would be great. Yeah, all the dads. Like, none of us are on here.
Dave
Logger
Giroux,
John, Dave.
Logger John,
Glenn Street.
Andy, Glenn Street,
Yeah,
and his grandpa.
yeah. That'd actually be a fun podcast. I would.
We can go grab him right now if you want.
Well, I can't go grab Andy, unfortunately.
No, I was talking to Twig.
Oh.
So
I don't know if I'd live on Mars because you can't move out of your city. Is the problem ever?
Well, yeah, it depends how easy it is to get people back and forth.
It won't be very easy. Like for the first decade or so, it's not going to be very easy. I assume.
No, and it's possible.
It's possible, but it won't
it's
be very
possible
easy.
now.
Yeah. Well, right
Mm.
now the problem is that like they're just trying to get things worked out. I think like they don't want to just show up there and they're like, okay, now what? Like I think
Well,
they want to.
yeah,
I don't think they can get a human
Oh,
over there
we're here. Our whoosh.
Because
Why not?
well, because it's so much. There's so many more sources of error for a human than a probe,
Mhm.
right? Like especially the landing and accounting for supplies over the trip.
I feel like that's going to be the next big "Where were you when" moment of our generation. Is where were you when the first man landed on Mars?
Yeah, it's gonna be the new moon landing.
Yeah. And actually, I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about the "Where were you when" of our generation because every generation has one. The moon landing, JFK being shot, Berlin Wall, stuff like that.
9/11.
9/11.
9/11. Yeah, we don't have that.
No, we don't.
The only closest thing
Well, I mean, we were alive for 9/11, most of us.
I wasn't.
Okay, I guess yeah,
Yeah,
depends
but
when you were born, but we
We
weren't.
were alive, but we don't remember it. Do
No,
you
obviously
remember?
not. We were like
I was in my mom's
under
room. It was
one.
crazy. I was watching the television glued to the screen. But I don't know. What do you guys think is going to be the big "Where were you when"? Like realistically,
What's the closest thing we have?
I feel like something to do with the automation thing. Like I feel like there's going to be an outbreak sort of thing. Like sort of like the Boston tea
No,
massacre,
definitely
where,
our
like,
generation's
people
"Where were you when"
fought.
will be the Mars landing.
It depends how close away it is, though.
I'd say
I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it
Because
in
the
our
only
lifetime.
thing I
I'd
could
say
even
yeah.
the only
It's
thing I
going
could
to
even think
happen
about
in
is
our
Yeah, I'd say actually.
is Michael Jackson's death. Honestly, is the only closest
No,
thing I have that.
that's
No.
not.
What else? What else is there?
Okay, but, like-
since
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 what?
That's one guy.
I know, but
I know
being
you're
shot was
saying
one
JFK,
guy.
but JFK was like there was controversy and there was
I
an
know.
assassination.
Oh, there was no controversy with MJ.
Yeah,
ever.
yes, there was.
Okay, yeah, but like
That's
he was
yeah.
a political
No, I know.
figure who was
Um,
shot and killed. That's
I
a
know.
big
So I'm
difference.
saying what in our lifetime has there been? Like there really hasn't been anything except
Trump
me.
getting elected.
Actually, yeah, you're right. The 2016 election was such a shit show.
That was
That
just a
was
meme.
so much fun.
yeah, but that's not exactly a "Where were you when"
It
sort
kind of
thing.
was.
No, because
I
both of
don't
us
know.
were asleep.
You can talk about
Yeah,
I
like.
mean, I was like,
I was awake, but
I was awake too.
I was awake for it, but
how
it's
like how high of like adventure are we talking about here though?
I mean, like something that would be
can we
remembered
go to like
for
the
the
Boston
ages.
bombing, or is that
No,
like, okay.
no, I don't even know where I was one for that. I just remember reading on the news.
I was
like,
at home.
Oh, cool.
What else? I
Like,
can't really think of anything else.
You gotta.
Boston bombing, I can remember.
Cause I can remember
Like,
exactly where I was
all
when
my
MJ died.
like everybody can talk about like where you were. Like our parents talk about like really when like 9/11 happened. My dad like tell me exactly where he was when he heard
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, same with Mr. Peters told us.
Yeah,
about.
but
Yeah.
9/11, yeah.
But with our generation, there isn't really anything.
Please
yet.
shout out Jeff right now. Jeff Peters.
Yeah.
Big shout out
Yeah,
to
Jeff
Jeff.
Peters gonna be on the Adult podcast too.
But yeah, like any big event, like is in your memory, I guess. But
Yeah, I can't think of anything that would even made Jose dying. R.I.P. Jose on Troy. XXX Temptation.
yeah, Ripax.
Yeah, Rip X. This podcast is dedicated to X.
So
Like, but apart from that, I can't think of it. The same thing goes with celebrities. Celebrities born in this era, I can't think of any that'll be remembered,
I'm not
except
like-
for Elon Musk and Hawking.
I don't really care about like, any celebrities though.
I know, but
honestly.
but think about
Like,
back in the 19th or 20th century,
Well, how old was Hawking when he died?
like 50, but he made his mark this generation,
I
like
guess.
in the 21st century. But for the 20th century, you had people like Bob Dylan, any of the Beatles, I don't know, Elvis.
Okay, well now you're talking about music. I think.
Einstein, you had like people like that. For now, the only people you really have that are being remembered in this century are, so far anyway, Stephen Hawking and Elon Musk.
Stephen Hawking was 76.
I know, but he made his like mark
Right.
in the 2000s,
No, I'm just saying,
right?
yeah.
And like, there's not many people who will be remembered like the people from the 20th century were right
Well,
now.
the thing is, like, it's not like it was in olden times when you had people making these massive discoveries that changed the world, like your
Yeah.
Galileos, your Copernicus, your Isaac Newton, your, whatever. Like now, because it's such more of a group effort that everyone contributes a little bit,
That's
and there's
right.
certainly figureheads like Elon Musk or Stephen Hawking that we know as like big contributors to medical science or like technology, whatever. But it's more of a group effort, and everyone kind of chips in a little because we have a better base understanding of our world. That you don't have these major discoveries anymore.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
I
like,
feel like there's gonna be some though in the future.
Well, I guess to pose a better question would be like, who from this generation, like who has made their mark in the 2000s that could like easily have a statue after them, like could be remembered as that good? Because you could make a statue out of Freddie
Stephen
Mercury.
Carl.
Yeah, you can make a statue out of Freddie Mercury or Albert Einstein or.
Albert, I mean, there's definitely statues of Albert Einstein.
I know, so that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But for this so far, we even have anybody like that?
I mean,
Like, do we have any big inventions? Like,
I mean,
what?
it's not that big of a deal to get a statue. Like, the statue, I mean, it is a big deal, but it's different from being remembered in history forever than just being awarded a statue. Because, like,
I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, like,
Yeah.
well, Steve Jobs, I guess, would actually be a big contributor this
Steve Jobs.
century. Yeah, same with Bill Gates,
Bill Gates.
but he's
Yeah,
a little bit
Bill-
earlier, within the 1990s. He's the
Yeah.
one that came up with Windows back then.
But yeah, like, have there been any groundbreaking inventions?
I see the iPhone. The iPhone was pretty
But-
big because it gave the internet to so many more people, which
Yeah.
you could say is either a bad thing or a good thing. I'm of the opinion it's a terrible thing, but
You think people shouldn't have the internet?
I think that normies have
Oh god.
flooded the internet
That-
with their
Okay,
awful
that's
stuff.
not even.
And now it's like a censorship. Like,
Internet's-
oh, you must be safe on the internet.
The
You
internet's
can't be.
partly a good thing, partly not.
No, the internet's a great thing. It's people having more and more access to it that's kind of ruined it, in my opinion, anyway. Because you see,
But it's
social
still
media.
such a wonderful bank for knowledge that's unfathomable compared to history.
Knowledge-wise, yes, but I'm talking about for entertainment.
Just
wise.
imagine-
Okay, well, yeah, that's a wholly
Just
different.
imagine if
thing.
like you went back to like the 1920s and told somebody that they could have a device in their hand the size of a matchbox
That could
you
tell
can
you-
talk to, it talks back to you and tell you knowledge about anything in the world and
Yeah.
speak any language to you. Imagine what they'd say. They'd be
I know. I'm just
They-
saying
they
that
think
there's,
you were
there's so
crazy.
many
All-
more rules now. There's so many
Right?
more. It's not a wild west of the internet anymore. It's like a
No, but
Yeah.
I think the important thing with the internet is the knowledge. Like, you have every discovery and bit of knowledge from mankind's history on that phone sitting on the table.
I
right
think you're-
there.
yeah, but
Really,
let's
my
be
point
honest.
is
How
a
many people
huge invention, you know
access
what I mean?
that knowledge? Like, most
there's a
people are
lot-
No,
on
I'm
their
not disagreeing
phones for
with
texting people and like.
there's so much knowledge that like we don't look
I
at.
know, but it's just no. I'm saying for the humanity, yes, it's a good thing. For the internet itself, for like the
No, I understand.
But
the
I feel like
evolution
that's
of
so
the internet.
small in comparison to what we've gained from it.
I don't know. A lot of people have actually like lost a lot of money because now people are demanding like cancel culture, where they like anything a celebrity does is like, oh, cancel them, Lamau. Like you look at who's a good Papa John, for example, wouldn't be canceled if it wasn't for the internet, because he accidentally said the N-word in a in a meeting.
News spreads fast now.
Yeah.
They'll pick up on anything.
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
And it wasn't, the context of it was literally, he was like, okay, how do we get people to stop being racist and stop using the, and then he said the N-word, and people were like, oh, cancel him, he's so racist.
Same with Roseanne.
Yeah, Roseanne
The TV
Barr.
show.
Well, I don't know about that one.
Well, I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Still though.
So I'm gonna say
Still, like,
Steve
kind
Jobs
of.
would probably be the biggest contributor, at least so far, in the 21st century. It's so weird saying the 21st century when we're in the 2000s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always weird.
I keep wanting to say the 20th century.
Yeah, that's the 1990s.
Yeah. But apart from that, there's not really. I guess this kind of goes into the whole. So since we're talking about social media, you wanted to talk about the overposting on social media thing.
Yeah,
I'll let you take the wheel. On that.
I think the first question to ask is really like, what should social media be used for? Like, what is it honestly there for? Who benefits from that? Because I honestly don't give a shit what you ate for
People
lunch.
benefit from social media.
That it's your birthday or you did whatever.
Well,
like,
I care about
The
people's
scientific
birthday,
studies
because
into
then I
social
have-
media and the way they run is, they're essentially they work like drugs for people. The positive feedback you get
People get
creates
Yeah,
a
so
people
dopamine
get
rush,
addicted super easily.
and then people get addicted to that dopamine, and so they're constantly posting more for more positive feedback,
more likes.
just for more dopamine, and it's an endless cycle.
the thing is, it's for the poster, not the viewers. It's
Yeah.
the poster who gets the likes and feels that and wants that.
There is like positive benefits of social media.
There are
people
positive-
get like, people make like lots of money off like it can be jobs for people.
The thing is,
Yeah,
what
You know what I
hate
mean?
about-
Like people can I don't know.
Like, it's
I'm
another
mentioning-
form of the
I'm
entertainment
mentioning
industry.
PewDiePie a lot, but that's an example.
What I hate about the
Right,
the
he makes-
critiquing of social media is that a lot of people blame the social media itself and not the people who use it. The people who use it are the problem, because they're using it
They
in
did
a
religion
way.
yesterday.
Yeah, in a way that makes them directly makes them unhappier or something like that. And it's completely their fault, but they're saying like, oh, I can't believe Facebook did this. Oh, I can't believe Instagram did this. They're so awful.
Yeah.
We should totally ban them.
Yeah,
Like-
Instead of-
it's the
and-
person's fault. It's not
and
the
that's why
platform.
I'm gonna sound super cringy for this, but that's why I like 4chan so much, because it's completely anonymous. It's completely anonymous, so you don't have any backlash to anything you're saying, and that
That's
makes it more.
That can be a good thing and a bad thing.
No,
Yeah.
because it makes a more open discussion. You don't have to. It's true, honest discussion, because you don't have to worry about, in theory anyway. So most of the time it's just contrarian. Quick, 4chan, contrarian.
Nah, I'm not getting into 4chan.
So the thing is with that, it's in theory honest, true discussion, because you're not tied down to social backlash or anything like that. And I think that that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you could say that, oh, it increases harassment, but it also teaches you how to deal with that harassment more, because you just see it as, oh, some random guy on the internet said this, who cares? Instead of, oh, this person I know said this, how could they do this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I think there should be more anonymity on the internet, instead of like more social media saying like, oh, this is your profile, this is where you live, this is your phone number, this is your address, this is tied to
That's
you.
your own choice if you put that out there.
I
Though.
mean, but it also,
It's your own choice if
but
you put
with
your.
anonymity, it gives people more an outlet to say,
It's more of like a
Horrible thing,
keyboard
like-
warriors, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
The social
I mean,
justice warriors, yeah.
Yeah.
except if you're not anonymous, like if you can be held accountable to your actions, more people are probably going to be kinder and respectful and like
Right.
Yes,
the
yeah,
problems.
but it's not what they actually feel. If you're putting in an anonymous
Yeah,
situation, you're getting what you actually think instead of what filters are being put through social.
Yeah,
Uh,
the
I
problem
was-
with
yeah, but if
being
someone says
anonymous
the
is-
N-word on social media, and because they're anonymous, it's not like they're going to say it on social media instead of going to Detroit and shouting it out in
Yeah.
black neighborhood. It's like no, they're saying it on the internet because they can get away with it.
Yeah,
Like-
but it's not like I'm gonna say the N-word. Nobody's gonna stop me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not.
Well,
they're
for
not-
some people
some
it is.
people-
honestly.
some
They're not like
people, like,
scheming
I'm-
in their little room. And now I'm gonna say the N-word.
That's exactly what some
No,
people
but
do, though.
on
Yeah.
anonymous, they're just using it like an actual word. Like they just don't care, and it's not held accountable to them because it's not being used as a personal attack because you're not actually putting any person into it. You're not.
Yeah, but
it is
sometimes,
tied
I
to-
know, more
like-
often than not, it is being used as a personal attack, and they're putting hate behind it. Like, They're not just
Are
saying.
you using this? Are you using this like when you're anonymous or when you're behind a screen, social media wise?
The problem comes when like minors use anonymous sites, because then you get harassment and stuff like that. But like if you have people that are mature and can handle themselves and don't give a shit about what other people behind a screen online say, then you can actually have honest discussion without being tied to a profile.
Which is why I think that minors should be like, instead of taught that like you have to be kind to everyone on the internet, you have to be respectful. They should, because not everyone's gonna follow that. You're gonna create a hug box, and you're gonna create people who want to disturb that hug box no matter what, because they think it's funny, which sometimes it is. Not gonna lie, but I think that you should try and focus on getting minors to realize that, hey, who cares what this guy's saying? It doesn't matter. Like, they're just being dumb and they're just being edgy to get a reaction out of me. I'm not going to give them a reaction. Instead of, oh my god, I can't believe they did this. This is so sad. Please give me money. Please donate to my Patreon.
Well,
buy my
okay,
merch.
like obviously that's the ideal scenario, and it's like the argument of just stop talking to them
Yeah,
versus responding.
that's what
But
I'm saying.
people are going to respond because that's what people do.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you should try and make a more sort of initiative to try and get them to not respond. Because right now,
But we already do.
But right now it's report them, and the people will get rid of these nasty people online, as they're just saying like, oh well, if you don't like it, just don't look at it. Like like the Tyler the Creator quote, which is probably my favorite quote ever. Is just walk away. Like here's how to stop cyberbullying. Just shut the computer down. Problem solved.
I mean,
That's why I like anonymity so much, because it doesn't backlash anything in real life, and I think the internet and real life should be completely separate. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be both tied to each other.
Yeah. Sorry, can we just go back to something like, do you guys agree that Instagram on like a minor level, not for like celebrities who have millions of followers, but like for us, it's more for the poster than the viewers?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
And like,
of course.
I don't mean offense by this, but like, anyone who has a spam account is probably depressed a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
I
a
used-
criticism, it's just a
I don't
statement.
understand. I'm
used-
not depressed.
I used to have a spam account back when I was depressed, and now that I'm not, I don't post on it.
I have a spam
I am
account, but it's
depressed
just,
and don't have a spam account, so
I really did used to, because it was more of like a.
I look depressed to you.
You
was
look
more-
something.
It was more of a venting thing for me, and now that I don't need to vent anything, I'm like, well, why would I bother?
Well, exactly,
using
because it's for the poster.
Mine is just a meme though. It's
They-
GPAC attack. You've seen it,
this?
right?
Yeah, I have.
They
it's just
need-
like memes.
Yeah.
They need a way. What's a meme page or something different?
I mean, no, there's like things when I'm like talking. but,
Okay,
like,
yeah,
it's
but
not-
like
it's not
they need a quick way to express their feelings online, and that's for them, not the viewers. So, like, is overposting a bad thing because it's not like flooding you with content? Because again, the content's not really for you; it's for the person posting.
But I just don't get why people would follow that to begin with. 'Cause I only follow it if it's people I actually know in real life and people I actually care about, like how they're going throughout their day. Like for example, I follow Mark's, like because I care about what he's going through, like because he's a friend of mine. But I wouldn't follow some random person's spam account because I
Yeah.
don't care.
No, but like,
No, yeah.
It's completely optional whether or not you follow them, and that's why I think it's fine, because you don't have to follow them if you don't want to.
yeah, yeah. So it's almost like a nice thing to follow someone's spam account.
Now, on the flip side, Snapchat stories is where it gets a little bit weird. Let me just go on a little mini rant here. I hate people who virtue signal on every single thing that they post, whether it be on a Snapchat story, whether it be on an Instagram story, where they're posting videos of random things and saying like, "Oh, this is so sad, you guys. Can you please hit 20 likes?" Like. Or like
Okay,
1111s or DWPs or TBHs every single day.
You
every single
used to
time.
do those.
Yeah, 2 years ago when I was in grade 10.
That's me.
And it's non-stop spam, but it's not optional whether or not you can follow them, because I have to talk to these people on a regular basis because they're my
have to, you
friends.
don't just block them.
But they're my friends. I have to be able to contact them. I'm not gonna block a GPAC
Okay.
just because he posts a bunch of stuff on his
But
story.
then
that I
just don't
care
watch a
about.
story.
Yeah,
But
you don't
when
have
you're
to
going
watch
through your story,
You can just skip it.
I know, but it's just annoying that I always get a little like, oh, JPAC posted, JPAC posted, JPAC posted. Like, I don't care
I don't post that
if
much.
JPAC posts. I'm using this as an example,
Right.
though. Like, I don't care if JPAC's trying to get girls with DWP. I don't care if it's like 1111, my one and only.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, okay.
I know, but I'm saying as an example.
Right.
What bothers me is when people post something that's like calling out one of their friends, like, "Oh, you're such a bitch."
I like
Yes,
that.
what
'cause it's
bothers
fun- it's
me
funny.
is when someone posts a personal like attack towards one specific person
On
for
their story.
everyone to
But
see.
why?
For me, it's funny. It's funny
Okay,
watching
yeah,
it
but, like, it's
because
dumb.
like, oh
But
man.
let's
this
say
is
I have
so-
a beef with
Rip
G-Pack.
Jordan 2019, am I right?
But let's say if I have a beef with G-Pack, I'm not gonna put on my story,
Fuck
"Oh, you're
G-Pack.
such a little bitch."
You're
and
gonna
be-
go
for it,
text-
for it to be like people like, "Oh, who's he talking to?" And then they'll reply to me like, "Oh, who's the little bitch?" I'm like, "Oh, it's G-Pack." Like, "Oh, what'd he do?"
And
I'm going to directly call text G-Pack like, "You're such a little bitch.
Yeah.
This is why."
And the other thing that bothers me is when people post like, "Oh, love you so much," with the picture of the other person. Again, I don't care. If you want to say that to the other person, go right ahead. I'm more than happy for you to be happy with that person. But you don't need to post it on social media.
First date, kind of nervous.
Yeah, exactly.
Palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti.
But like,
I mean,
Brenda's spaghetti.
okay, I'll be honest here. I did do that.
Yeah,
I
no,
did.
really. It was a good
Let's
family
be
reunion
honest,
every
boys,
single
let's be
time.
honest.
with my ex-girlfriend, we would every time we were together, we would constantly post shit like, "Oh,
So,
we're so happy."
okay, so
and
no,
then-
hold on,
and-
I want to hear
and-
Alec. I want to
was
hear
doing-
Alec. I want to hear.
I was doing that to like show off, whatever. Even if it wasn't
So-
really showing off, and most people could not care less.
And
So
here's the
what
thing.
what was going through your head?
What was going through
What
my
did
head?
you want
Show
from
off
that?
my extra hot
Yes.
girlfriend, right?
Yeah, I was doing that for feedback, for positive feedback. Be like, "Oh, she's cute," or "Oh, you're so."
I'm sure
lucky
lots
for
of people
having
said that to you.
her."
I'm sure lots of people said that to you.
Yeah,
And here's the thing. Whenever I tried to meme it, because I would keep screenshotting them and then cutting Alec's face on and putting it like on like hardcore porn and stuff like that. And in fact, I still have a bunch of clips of like Alex like and stuff like that, and I would like Photoshop it on really hardcore gay porn. So that was the funniest thing. They blocked me. His brother blocked me.
How
I
can
can't
they do
believe
that?
it.
Oh my god! I
Just
can't
because
believe they
you were-
blocked
you-
me. Son of
okay,
a-
you were
On
blocked
Instagram-
for for writing gay fan fiction about me and my dad on her Instagram.
Can I read that? Oh no, I don't have it anymore.
That's why you were blocked.
On Instagram, but on Snapchat, I would block them
Settle
both
down.
because
Okay, yeah,
I tried to
everyone
make a
bring
fan
it
fiction
down.
about
Settle down.
You
about
were blocked
Alec and
'cause
his dad.
it was a little borderline harassment.
It was actually pretty funny, so it's not harassment if it's
I
funny,
mean-
Alex.
Sell down.
I mean-
oh my
Okay,
god.
yeah.
Bring it down a notch.
Okay, but
So,
back
I wrote-
to the posting that trend stories. I was doing that for the feedback. So, like Tyler said earlier, it is for the poster, not the people viewing it.
I just want to say that fanfiction was really funny, and she got a little triggered about it. Like, if I had a girlfriend and somebody posted fanfiction about me and my dad having gay anal sex on their Instagram post, on their random Instagram post of them together, I would find it funny. I don't know why she blocked me. That's being a little.
Okay,
but it doesn't matter
let's
anymore.
not go there.
It was pretty
I
funny.
would just like to say, like, I still find that really offensive.
Well, that
I
sucks
don't.
for
I
you,
don't give a
doesn't it?
shit about the girlfriend anymore.
That sucks
I
for
don't
you,
give a
doesn't
that.
it? That sucks
If
for
you
you.
post that on anything of mine, I would still block you.
Oh, well, I'm really sorry,
Gay
Alex.
fan fiction about me and my dad is weird.
I'm sorry, I just have
Gay
to write
fiction
one
about
about you.
anyone and
Okay,
their dad
back
is
to the
weird.
topic at hand.
Let's get off this topic, everybody. I knew this is gonna go south.
Yeah.
Speaking of going south, that fan fiction was Alec was going pretty south on that.
Shut up. Okay. So what was Alex saying? Continue, Alec.
Okay, he was just talking about his perspective
Well,
for why he was doing it.
Yeah, you were talking about how, like, oh yeah, people post like, oh, I love you so much, and there's a picture with the other person on like your Snapchat story. I did do that. I did that a lot, and let's be honest, it was really cringy.
Okay,
It
hold on,
was,
can I say?
and it was annoying and spamful, but it was. I was doing it for feedback, and like.
At least he's
to
being
get-
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that pisses me off the most is when people post on their story, don't snap.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Why?
Ugh!
What are you trying to accomplish?
Oh, I hate that. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I've never done that.
I've never done that.
Same.
Yeah.
But
George Jordan did once.
explain to me. Why? What are you trying to do with that?
No one cares.
Yeah.
Like, just
It's for attention.
Don't-
It's like
exactly,
those people
you
on Facebook
don't
like
snap
5 years ago who was
anybody
like,
if you don't want to
oh
talk
my
to anybody.
god, I'm so
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
I've only done that once.
Posting.
I've done that
I remember you.
once.
Okay, well, that's besides the
posting
point.
no snap on your story, no one snaps.
People are
is
gonna
going,
snap.
Yeah, is going to
I
create
always
more
snap
snap
people that
back.
say that.
Yeah, Henry does
Hey,
it
what's
every
up?
single time.
Yeah, it's like if someone says that, people are going to snap you back and say, "Oh, why can't
No, I
I
just
snap
do-
you?"
I just
Yeah.
do it-
Rather than just saying nothing
I just do it
and
to
have
piss
no
them
one
off,
snap
'cause
you,
it's funny.
or like
I,
one or two, three.
Now that we're talking about Alec, I want to tell a little story. I want to tell a little story about
Oh,
Alec
right.
No.
and G-Pack in the woods. So
It's a funny story. Come on.
so this happened about well, geez, about 3 years ago now, right?
What was that grade? Was that
It
grade
was grade
9?
9. Yeah, it was
No.
grade 9. Yes, it was.
Can't be.
It was.
Was it? Okay.
Because I stopped hanging out with you guys in grade 10 because I got a girlfriend. But in grade 9, we still hung out. That's when that happened. So, it was me, Mark, G-Pack, and Alec here.
Jay Deca.
No, Jay Dicker wasn't there. He wasn't. No.
No?
No. So we skipped the football game to go into the woods. Like
People skipping St. John's sports events? What?
So we went into the woods.
So
just
someone better
like-
get in a straw.
No, she wasn't in. She was.
Boys will be boys.
She wasn't in her Reich back then. That was just John Healy.
No wearing beater masks.
No, that was
No, it was Healy. It was
was Chaplin.
No.
Oh, right,
I
so
he's
Chaplin
Healy.
is.
Okay, continue.
So me, G-Pack, Mark, and Alec were all in the woods, and there was this pond, right? Because it was around summer-ish, and there was a pond with this huge log, like halfway reaching from one side to the other, and we didn't want to walk around, so we each like went through the log, right? So Alec's on it, right? And G-Pack finds this, like, he starts throwing these huge rocks at him. I don't know why.
I believe it was to make me fall.
Make him fall.
To make him fall into the water, right? Alex starts freaking out. He's like, G-Pack, I can't believe you did that. Oh my god, I'm gonna fall, guys. And
The rocks were like.
yeah, they were huge.
They can't see
You can't
it.
see
G-Pack.
this, but for you guys, they were like this big.
And so we start laughing. I start dying. The same with Mark. Mark's laugh where he like goes super high pitched.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was back when I had a normal laugh and not my raspy ass whatever I have now. But so Alec, understandably pissed, I might add. It's completely understandable.
Like, I wasn't really
You're
pissed
standing
that
on a
G-Pack was,
log
like,
having
throwing
large rocks thrown
I
at
was
you.
just more upset that G-Pack was chucking these massive rocks at me, like directly at me. So like, if they were to hit me, they would do some like
So
serious
Alex starts
damage.
getting these rocks and he starts throwing them back at G-Pack once he's off the log. They start running throughout the forest, throwing rocks at each other. And then G-Pack finds these little golf balls and whips one at Alex's head. It was like a centimeter off, like a couple centimeters off.
I
his
thought you
head.
were going to tell me the size of the golf
It
ball.
was
Like, thank you,
It was a
Brad.
couple centimeters off, like from
It
his
was
head. And
Like the size of a golf ball.
The radius was.
Alex starts freaking out, and he starts like rushing to his G-Pack. G-Pack runs out of the forest, right? He has this little shield, but it's basically just this like wood bark or something like that he used to deflect rocks.
Far
off
open
it.
shield.
So Mark and I follow him out, and all I see there is Alec on the ground, G-Pack just smashing a traffic cone on his head. And then he put the traffic cone on his head and ran away, and Alex just like this, like just sort of spiraling around trying to get this cone off, but he's so beaten up by golf balls and rocks that he literally can't. I forget what happened after that. Do either of you remember what happened? Because I think you
I
just both
hardly
ran
remember
and then
this
just
story.
forgave each other immediately.
I don't even know.
Because you remember that.
He was.
G-Pack,
Yeah,
right?
he was still mad for like a
I'm,
while.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure we like had a mini scrap in the hallway and that was it.
I
Like
I don't think we fought.
I
think
don't know.
I
Like
should
I think
fight.
I just like grabbed you by the shirt and threw you. Just like
Probably.
kind of threw you to the floor and then
Not-
we're like, okay, we're good now.
I think you guys should fight. I think that'd be a fair
We're
fight.
not fighting out.
We have fought. We have fought multiple times because this conversation has happened before. Oh, you two are evenly matched. Let's fight. Okay.
You know what? Back in grade 9.
I remember when I was super pissed at Alec because I got in trouble. 'Cause I remember I made like the. What was that? Remember like the roast video I made with Dave Drew in it?
Oh yeah.
And then you guys.
As entertaining as hearing the history of the fights between Alec and G-Pack is, I think we're just about out of time here.
What are we at, Twig?
53 minutes.
53 minutes. I think we can go for.
Wanna go-
I think we
No.
can stop it here.
Yeah, okay.
We're at a good stopping point. We got our story in. I think we talked
Alright.
about a lot of good stuff, so we went out of here. So,
We can save
thank
more.
you all for watching. Make sure to dislike and unsubscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace out, guys.